May the Exalted One protect you. Have you grown bored without our little talk, Shireen? Oh, Shireen! Thank you for such generosity. I will humbly wait until you steer your vessel towards Dargonus. The Mercatum Tabula Officiale. It sounds almost as majestic as the warrant of trade. The language on Ifrit, my home world, is quite different from the one spoken in the Caronis Expanse. We bestow more than one meaning upon each word, allowing our wise men to fully express their sagacious thoughts, and us lowly dabblers, our base passions and desires. Take Aji, for example. That is what I call every piece of scum and villain, because Aji means evil and foe and pathetic worm unworthy of consideration. Or take Ashmag. It means fool and little brother and blind man who stumbled and would fall into a pit without guidance. Shireen means friend and comrade and roommate in a battle formation, like we are. The dark side is the real Caronis Expanse, if you ask me. But what do you want to know about it, Shireen? An ancient crime cartel that originated with the first settlers of the Calixis sector. It is run by shadowy clans with robber barons at the helm. Cross their path, and you risk making enemies all over the Caronis Expanse, or even the entire Imperium. As for the agents, they are just shameless, greedy scum. Every third person on Footfall is a Kasbalikan. But that doesn't mean all that rotten filth is acting together. I've been set up more than once just so some Kasbalikan can get one over on his rivals. And yet, the Kasbalika is generous to its customers, if you can afford it. Anything can be obtained, organized, and transported for the right price. The customer is always right, unless they happen to be a rat. In which case, what gave you such an outrageous idea? Was it my immaculate garment? My gorgeous jewelry? Do not worry, Shireen. I will let you know once I become a baroness, should the Exalted One will it. Just imagine the strong and fruitful alliance that could be forged between a rogue trader and a mastermind of the Kasbalika. It's not hard to do on Footfall. I spent a year working for good old Christo. He was a brave soldier who gave up the ghost in a scuffle with orcs, and then took over his business. Having a good head on your shoulders and keeping the Exalted One in your heart helps to establish new contacts quickly. Eventually, I gathered together a group of honest and loyal people, and it only took a few successful contracts for the Kasbalika to take notice. I quickly settled on Footfall and started dispensing my wisdom to my protégés and subordinates. I lost the taste for getting my hands dirty. Dynasty drink with criminals. Rogue traders strike deals with the Kasbalika, and dozens of ships stop off for a welcome break from a long voyage. Is there a more beautiful place in the entire Imperium? The Emperor is merciful to the meek and the powerful alike. There's a job for everyone as long as they have a head on their shoulders. And if you feel like talking to him in person, the statue of the Exalted One can be seen from any asteroid. You can pray to your heart's content. It really is simple, Sherry. The Kasbalika runs the Imperium's black market, offering special goods to those who can afford their services. Yes, I am talking about Xeno artifacts too. Alien weapons, technology, sometimes even certain kinds of living creatures. Unlike the rogue traders whose sacred warrants make them immune even from the laws of the Exalted One, Kasbalikan agents are used to hiding and covering their tracks. Nobody wants to draw unwanted attention, no matter who might take an interest. Especially now that the Caronis Expanse has a warrior of the Golden Throne as its watchman. Why not? The decision is yours, Sherry. Oh,
My apologies. 19% of my processing power is engaged in the analysis of my tech comrade's memory. The data is scarce. His identification code is the same as mine, and his memory contains data confirming that the assassination did take place. Unfortunately, some of his memory was damaged by pulses broadcast by his battle harness. I can assert with some confidence that he was who he claimed to be, and that he served the Deus Mechanicus earnestly and eagerly. I was not knowledgeable as to how popular Blessed Amanat's teaching was in explorator circles. The Cognizance fleet is massive. His ideas might have found a larger following on its periphery than in the Mother Squadron. I will continue my research into the Blessed Martyr's memory with all due reverence. This statement is true. Algorithmic violations have been recorded, as a result of which I twice performed an offering to the cogitators of corrective data vows and ruled out the possibility of sabotage. I hypothesize that the violation is a consequence of the discontent of the ship's machine spirits. I recommend a procedure of placation of the honored spirits for the glory of the Omnissiah and the steel angels sent by him. I have destroyed it. This statement is true. I am yet to settle into a definitive course of action. I am running a spot diagnostic on the memory of the heretic Demens, even though purity protocols stipulate that his blasphemous knowledge must be eradicated. I am not drawn toward forbidden information, but only to data concerning the Blessed Amanat. The success has been partial. Demens Haneman's identity has been confirmed. The widespread influence of paranoid motivations is observable in his cognitive processes, which is what seems to have caused him to break his vows. However, extensive regions of his memory have been damaged by forbidden technologies and are, for now, defying decryption. My study of the minds of the tech comrades, Abel, Tarsus, and Demens, has revealed an anomalous similarity between the patterns of damage their memories sustained. What I attributed to cognitive idiosyncrasies, synaptic damage, and the distortive action of scrap code may be the result of a different kind of influence. The undecryptable data fragments in their memory arrays are mysteriously symmetrical. The data discovered is unreadable. It is encrypted, albeit only partially, and I hypothesize that the heretic Demens was attempting to decrypt it. I will take every effort to extract a larger volume of data. Information pointing to the unit referred to as the Maimed Hunter is alleged to be of critical significance. That is a valid hypothesis, but not a very likely one. Its truth value is irrelevant, as it does not contradict the necessity of establishing the fate of Archmagus Amanat. An echo of the warp. Energies of the immaterium that had seeped into real space and taken the shape of a Vox signal. I have found recorded cases of similarly induced corruption in the archive. Listening to the void is a perilous occupation. Whether knowledge can be profane is the grand question. Lay people find comfort in the delusion that knowledge is merely information, that in and of itself it is harmless, and only turns dangerous when it falls into the hands of the wicked. But that is not what I have seen. I have seen knowledge gnaw away at the minds of those who let it inside them, yet I seek it regardless. Why? Perhaps because there really is no apostasy in knowledge. It is dangerous, yes, but not forbidden. For it was created by the Omnissiah. That too is true. I thirst for knowledge, and the Omnissiah has rewarded me with the gift of a mission to seek it. Perhaps it makes no difference to him whether good or ill comes of the knowledge I obtain. He merely wants me to obtain it. The quest for knowledge is our mission of highest priority. But what Dement's promise was not knowledge, but a distorted copy of it. This was not what the Deus Mechanicus had told us to seek. Response? Affirmative. The decryption will continue with diligence and caution. May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Lord Captain. Lord Captain.
Greetings. If such is the rogue trader's wish, although there isn't much I can tell, I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to know? Now that I can tell you. I come from everywhere and nowhere. I am the child of officers of the Imperial Guard. I was born in the hold of a warship, grew up following my parents' deployments from one planet to another, and lost my family in the flames of a righteous war. My memory is like wafts of smoke over a still battlefield. The gray of a ship's plating, the strict cadence of life in military camps. My mother's uniform. I loved looking at it. Then, that battle, the rumbling, the shouting, and the soot, the screams of soldiers burning alive, and the gold of the regiment's Aquila, untouched by soot or blood, the last unsullied piece of a world that was going mad. That was my last memory of my mother, and of my former life, before the Schola Progenium and the novitiate, before my trials, before the vows. My own relic. It's the regiment's Aquila, or rather, the fragment that survived the attack, the explosions, and the fire. For me, it's a reminder that purity and radiance can be preserved, even in the heart of darkness. Become. It's such a strange word for it. It seems right, but is that how one talks about their destiny? If you're asking about the path itself, that's easy enough to answer. First, like many other orphans, I endured the Schola Progenium. Those years were rough, but I remember the hardship fondly. Few things can compare with the feeling of satisfaction from a past trial, even if it leaves your body aching from exhaustion, or your soul wincing in pain. I was one of the best among my peers, and I was selected for the novitiate in the ranks of the Adeptus Sororitas. When the hour came, I passed the trials and took my vows. the most joyous day of my life. The Emperor's light has always been with me. But to accept it with all your heart, to utter the oaths, that is a rapture like no other. Have I ever... But that would be shameful weakness, almost heresy. Of course not. I was born for this. I live by the Emperor's will, and in his light, I myself am the light. I must be the light. For myself, and for those who ask for my protection. I was chosen to serve. But beyond that, I won't deny it. It is my pleasure to be candid.
Elantark?
What do I see? Your words ring with the desire to know the soul of another. But will you be able to comprehend my answer? You and I, Elantark, look at this world in very different ways. And I see many more facets, and deeper meanings, and brighter colors in it. But to capture the full truth of this world in the miserly language familiar to your ears will take time. I will come to you with an answer later. The minions of She Who Thirsts could sense my soul behind the thick walls and thin veil that separate your fragile lives from the roiling fury outside. A child of Asurian that dare to wander beyond the veil, within the reach of an outstretched claw, protected only by the barrier of unreliable monkey technology. It is too tempting a quarry for the monsters that serve Cylon Thresh. Our ships never venture beyond the veil, and I never traveled the way you do, monkey. Elantark, I admit this was a novel experience. I lost composure, let dismay into my heart, and almost strayed from the path. This moment of hesitation drew the attention of She Who Thirsts. But I summoned my will and used the knowledge of meditation to achieve balance, and hide my soul behind an impenetrable wall of resolve. Future journeys beyond the veil will still be difficult, but I will steel my heart and not let the hounds of Cylon Thresh pick up my scent ever again.
All hands, prepare for battle stations. Salvo! Lance battery, volley! Keep up the pressure! Let them taste our fury. Fire at will! Let the void sort them out. Engage the engines. Lance battery, volley! goes away! With the force of a supernova. All hands prepare for acceleration. Engage the engines. Let the void sort them out.
I'm at your service.
Doro.
Today, the first link will pull the others along with it, and soon the chain will tighten around the neck. But whose? No, I can't see.
Your predictions are the chain that chokes the will of a free being. Be silent, monkey.
Keep your wits about you.
Look no
I know how to take risks. resist.
I can hear your pulse, little thing.
Let's make some opportunities. It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. On it.
I move swiftly to strike. If I must. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If it serves your cause. I am not your...
Woe to you.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. If I may... If only that were possible. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Return the pain tenfold.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? We are the bane of lesser creatures.
But of course. Will do. Was that you? Or...
Here we go. Your last stroke of luck. Pay for this in blood.
I'm here, maggots.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. I will do my duty. It will be done. At your beck and call.
Living on the edge. You've got a problem, I've got a price. I can do that with the right incentive. Don't get too cocky. Oh, you're not fun. Never Crossa Kazbali.
Work for a flesh crafter.
Am I getting paid?
Let's get to it.
Hold on.
Let's make it quick. Out of my way.
Time to slaughter someone. Scared, yeah?
I am ready for whatever comes. Who, if not me? What a disgrace. I'll make it happen. Let me educate you on the art of pain. I'll see to it personally. It's as good as done.
I understand your intent. If I must. If it serves your cause. I am not your secret. Hear you moving. No more. If it serves your cause.
You will not withstand my vengeance.
Do not dare ask. I'm afraid not. If I may? Trust I will grace, at least.
I can't lose.
If only that were possible.
My passions have failed me. Let the pain. Why did I not foresee this? Will do. But of course. On it. Mocking me.
Let's get to it. Here we go.
Feel cold.
Follow my lead. Victory is imminent.
Watch my back.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I will do my duty.
Tell me, and it is done. I can do that, with the right incentive. You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
Let's get to it.
Hold on. Let's make it quick.
Let's get to it! Show me what you've got!
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
The song.
Your senator.
Fate and fortune favor the bold. Is there money to be made? This is intriguing. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. make it happen. Who, if not me? It's as good as done.
Weather the storm!
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. I will not. Swift and silent. This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause.
They who discern the future on the battlefield. Huh? Was that you? Or... Will do. But of course. On it. Moving out.
Emperor, give me strength. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. As duty demands. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
It will be done. I took care of this one. Indeed. At your beck and call. It will be done. On you and out.
Has failed me.
Emperor, deliver us!
Onward!
Don't get too cocky. Tell me, and it is...
It could do worse, but not by much.
Don't get too cocky. Going somewhere. I can do that with the right incentive.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
I'll make it happen.
Oh, it's a fight like this. I will do my duty. Indeed. I took care of this one.
I must not falter.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. If it serves your cause. I understand your intent. If I...
Anything else? Will do. Anything else? Follow my lead. Can I go back now?
I have read tomes of military tactics. I am a navigator, not a servitor. Now you're clad in scars. If I may.
Will do. Farewell.
It will be done. At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
Let us not
What
go.
advice do you seek?
Stop it!